Have you ever wanted to establish a mighty empire, embark on epic crusades, or forge magnificent stories? Then the world of Abixalis is the perfect place to get started. To join us, just type in play.stoneworks.gg. Constructing a nation is a unique experience because you get to feel what it's like to manage a country, suppress rebellions, and fight in massive wars. This experience is not without its challenges, of course. A common occurrence in Stoneworks is that people will make their claims and start building their towns, but have little to no knowledge in managing them, resulting in them getting swallowed up by other nations or getting burnt out. The first thing you want to do when making a country is finding some friends to join you. It's best to have a big group, as big as possible, before you build a nation. Anyone starting on their own will often end up burnt out or slow to develop. Establish a group of people wholly dedicated to the nation so that there's lots of inspiration and energy. If you don't have a large group, you'll need to tackle the idea that you're a small fish in a big pond. Most nations are larger, more established, and wealthier than you, and you're a very small and very new nation, making you a prime target for any expansionist neighbors. You want to make sure that you are well established politically at the time of founding, identify any possible threats, and more importantly, make some big friends. After you have established whether you will start with a group, you need to find a location. Choosing the right location to set up is important as it will affect your lore, economy, and defensive abilities. Any locations with animals, plant life, and a water source are automatically amazing places to set up since you don't have to travel far to gather your resources. As you choose a land to settle, be careful putting yourself in the middle of a continent because people often target countries further inland to unite. Coasts are less tempting to be conquered by people trying to unite the land, making it a safer location. If you want a biome that's more unique in landscape or provides a greater challenge for your foes, deserts, jungles, swamps, and snow biomes can provide this. Next, begin building what kind of culture you want. If they are warriors, have some honor code. If they are merchants, make them thrifty with money. If they are religious, they could be set in spreading their beliefs by any means necessary. Just have fun with it, let your imagination grow. Good sources of inspiration that I like to use are Pinterest and local cultures. Other fine details to set up can be the architectural designs, the food served in the region, or the type of clothing people wear. Then, write some lore on your culture. How did your people get where they are? What challenges threaten your people? What are their origins? Asking these questions will help you forge an identity for your culture. Just make sure you don't have every detail about your culture set out though. Keeping some things vague such as origin allows you to build stories that could reveal something from the past. Don't forget to also have a goal for your people. For example, conquering a continent. By having no goal, people will not grow attached to your country and they may become inactive or leave. Once you have chosen what type of culture you want, the next thing you need is a flag. Having a banner to represent your empire is a necessity when forging a country, as it stands as an emblem for your people. It could also stand as an emblem for values, histories, and more. When making your flag, remember to make it based off of its culture and to have fun with it. Try using the color of the people's clothing, the color of the land they live in, or something that represents them such as an animal or object when making your flag. Some sources that come in handy when I make flags are flagmakerprint.com and Photopea. Once you have your flag and culture set, you need to plan out your town. A list of things you need in a town are a town square, market, storage, food, and town hall. Having a town square allows you to have political meetings, venues for celebrations, and more. This will also act as the primary location where someone will spawn when they teleport to your town. A local market is of utmost importance as it will increase local spending, give people a sense of place and local identity, and attract more citizens to join your town for its opportunities. As the town continues to grow, so does your storage. That is why it's important to have a massive storage facility to supply your citizens with their basic needs and have building materials ready to expand the city or fix it. A town farm will be helpful as not only can it grow food for the town, but also grow special commodities such as sugarcane, cacti, or bamboo. With the growth of your city and the expansion of its influence, you're going to need a place of meeting to discuss internal and external affairs. That's where a town hall comes into play. Having this will allow your citizens to engage with the politics and bring forth any issue that they may have encountered in the city. Now that you have your town build planned out, your culture set, and a banner to represent your people, the next thing you need is to make your government. Choosing what kind of government your country will have is important as it will affect how your country manages itself and how it interacts with other countries. For this video, I'll make a monarchy, for example. Here's a template that I'll use. I'll have a king, a council, a prime minister, and ministers. The king will act as the leader of the country. He represents their kingdom and handles the foreign relations. The council is comprised of individuals who are handpicked by the king. They also oversee internal diplomacy alongside all other major decisions. The prime minister focuses on general betterment of the nation, along with helping all the ministers with their problems. The prime minister is the third most powerful person in this country. The position can only be reached by former or current ministers. The prime minister also has the ability to veto any law unless the king says otherwise. Ministers are the main problem solvers of the nation. If there's a problem within a role, say there's a problem with foreign nations, the Minister of Foreign Affairs would be the first person to try and solve this issue. While this template can be helpful, it's not the only system that's used. Sometimes there is no king and it's just a group of individuals. Other times, the leader is voted into office by the people. So go with what you like. With your government set, you can now make a constitution if you want. When writing a constitution, you'll need something that describes who you are that governs the country, why you have the right to rule, and what your rule means for those under it. Having it written as an in-game book is an excellent national artifact. It can also be a rallying point for your nation, a point of reference for future political roleplay. A constitution should be used to reinforce the existing government and add flavor to the nation, nothing else. By giving it actual political weight beyond that which already exists just makes your life harder with no benefit. If you do go with giving it political weight, you may just hold back your country and it could collapse on itself. After your government is decided upon and your constitution written up, you'll need to set up a Discord for your nation. This is where you'll talk with your citizens, announce national news, and bring in more people for your country. To make a Discord, open the Discord app and look at the bottom left of the screen where you will see a plus sign which reads Add a Server. Then, click on Create My Own, click for a club or community, upload your flag, and name it. Next, you'll need the basic categories, which are resources, announcements, applications, government chat, public, citizen chat, town hall, and military applications. We'll start with resources. Resources will hold general information such as the server mechanics, how the government works, where you can find guilds, etc. Announcements are used to inform your nation about internal and external matters. Applications will allow players to apply for your country and help you determine whether they will be a good fit for your empire. The government category is a private place where your mayors and council members may discuss important internal or external matters. A public category will allow visitors to chat with your citizens and or ask any questions regarding the nation. The citizen category is for only the citizens of your country and allow them to chat and help in public projects. A town hall category gives your citizens a place where they can send in suggestions as to how to improve the town. Lastly, the military applications give citizens an opportunity to fight for their country and give you a chance to build up an army. With all the fine details out of the way, it's time to finally claim some land. To claim land, you need 10,000 gold coins and type in /claim and enter in your country name. You'll start off with one chunk and you'll be able to expand from there. If you invite more people, you'll be able to claim more chunks. Once that's done, you'll need 50,000 gold coins to make your claim a nation. To make it a nation, type /nation creation and type in your name. If you want to invite another claim to your nation, you must type in /nation trust and whatever their claim name is. To expand the claim, move just outside of it and type /claim and you will claim the chunk next to your claim, which will cost 500 gold coins. Another thing you can do here is add a cool message for your city whenever people enter in, such as "May the stars guide you" or "May warrior's honor treat you well." Make sure you always have money in your claim, because there is a weekly tax where you must pay 10.08 gold coins times the amount of chunks you own. When you have multiple claims under your banner, your city, being the capital, will pay out of its claim bank. If you don't have any money there, it'll take the money from your own pocket. In case you can't afford the upkeep, the nation will be deleted and its lands will need to pay upkeep for the server, instead of the nation at the next upkeep cycle, assuming if they haven't joined another nation until then. If you just have a claim and no nation, they will get the number of chunks unclaimed that they were not able to pay for. To put money in your claim, type /lands deposit and the amount you want to put in. If you want to withdraw any money, type /lands withdraw and the amount of money you want. After you made your claim, you need to be recognized by the Stoneworks Cartographer Guild now. Doing this makes your nation official and puts you on the world map. To find them, go to the Stoneworks Cartographer Guild server and the Stoneworks server links, head to Nation Leader application and fill out the format. You'll need to tell them your in-game name, the number of representatives, whether you will abide by all guild rules, an image of your claim, and proof of leadership. Important side note is that you don't have to have exactly 3 representatives in your country. You will also need a screenshot of your claim from the Dynamap and a screenshot of your leader role in a Discord. As you build up the town, you may have buildings or locations off limits to citizens. To make it accessible to a selected few, you need to make subclaims. To do this, type in /lands, click on your head, click on areas, click on add area, type in the name of that area, push escape, type /land selection, and you'll be given a golden hoe. Then, with the golden hoe, left click on whatever block you want and right click on the opposite of the first block you clicked on, and a yellow border will appear. Then, type /assign and the name of the subclaim you made and it's complete. Your subclaim must be 9 blocks tall, otherwise it will not work. To delete a subclaim, hover your mouse over the claim and push on your key that drops items, and it will be deleted. With your country now recognized by the Cartographers Guild, it's time to get citizens. Activity in the game is all that matters eventually, that and having an identity. Give the people an actual attachment to the land they're in and they won't want to leave. They'll grind for it, fight for it, etc. When making your advert, don't make a wall of text because nobody will read that. Just give a quick description of your country and your gaming method. For example, saying you're a role-player nation or a merchant nation. Then, give 3 important facts about your nation. For my country, I gave the lore and themes, a unique military order, and the play styles I was looking for. Afterwards, I wrap it up with a nice conclusion. For example, we look forward to seeing you again soon, go to the north. Once you have written up your advertisement, you'll need a permanent link to your server due to the Stoneworks Nation rules. To get that, left click on your Discord server and left click on Invite People. Then click on Edit Invite Link, change the expiration to Never, generate the new link, and copy the new link. Next, add it to your advertisement, copy that, and send it into the Stoneworks National Adverts. As you advertise your country, make sure you repost as often as possible because there are almost hundreds to thousands of nations in this server. You will also need to copy and delete your old advert and repost it because you can only have one inside of the national adverts, so keep an eye on it. This is not the only method to gain citizens. You can bring in your real-life friends into the server, advertise in the trade chat, or just talk to random players. After you convince someone to join you, all you need to do is type /landstrustplayer, enter in their name, and type default. If you don't do this, you will invite them to the entire claim. To give roles, type /lands, left click on the player head, click on player management, click on members, and shift left click on the player you want to promote. If you want to demote someone, shift right click. As your country grows in power and influence, you'll need to start making allies. Diplomacy at the moment comes down to just locking down your bit of land and knowing who's around you. Big PvP nation? Go make friends with them. If you're making threats to countries, you'll basically give everyone near you a reason to form a coalition and wipe you off the face of the map. The more likable you are, the harder it is for people to declare war on you. Stay on everyone's good side. Identify who the threats are, aka the war-hungry people, and make sure you are either not on their radar or known to be chill. To find other towns and countries, it's good to have diplomats search for them so that you can focus on the city itself. A good example of a strong developed country is the celestial city-state of Kalin. They are heavily focused into roleplay and are almost untouchable because of their political ties and how chill they are. One last tip when making a country, and it's that being at the top isn't always as fun as working your way up to it. Living out a story in a cool place is the most fun Stoneworks can be. Geopolitics are just a backdrop. And that's it. If you want to join my country, a link to the Discord will be in the description. I hope this helps you out, have fun out there, and good luck.